Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Scales of the Soul. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here for a minute, welcome back. So let's get into your July love reading. Let's see what's in the cards for you and your specific person. What energies do we have for the collective here? Oh, right off the bat, we got the Two of Cups. So there's clearly a soul connection here, a soul tie. There's a draw to one another. It's obviously inseparable. You guys are both feeling this union and harmony energy. What else we got going on here for the collective? Oh, we got the moon. Eight of Swords. Interesting. So there's definitely a little bit of contemplation, a little bit of confusion about what's actually really going on in this connection here between the two of you. There's definitely a fixated energy mentally, I feel like, on possibly both ends. Sort of that push-pull feeling. Living in an anxiety of the mental prison that we create sometimes. You know, there's that anagram for fear, which is false evidence appearing real. So be very conscious about the mind and how you are displaying these thoughts and which ones you're giving energy to. Because when you do focus on what you do truly want, Chariot, there's forward motion. There's forward motion and movement towards each other. So the more you focus on what energies you do want, what outcomes you do want, the more that energy will start to align with one another. You know, with this push-pull energy, if you are a divine counterpart relationship, it's that give and take, that sort of rubber band effect, if you will. So if one's pulling real deeply and really focused intently on the other one's being pulled in and drawn in, or maybe the other one's running. Then we got the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like, you know, there is some sort of forward motion that wants to happen from their end. They do want to come forward and speak to you. They are empathically hearing all of your telepathic communications that you guys are sending one another. Here we go. This is a divine connection, whether or not you want to call it a twin flame, a soul connection, you know, an empath, narcissist, whatever it is that resonates for you is what works for you. But there is a high level of connection that is shared between the two of you. There are some definite hidden truths. There isn't a whole lot of transparency is what I'm picking up, being totally one-on-one with each other and real and upfront. I do sense that some of you are in communication with one another. Some of you aren't, and that's what's leading to this moon energy, this confusion, this not sure what's going on. Well, your person truly has deep feelings for you. We got the Ten of Cups. They see it's that wish fulfillment. They do see that there is a potential in the long run. There is this divine connection that they do want. There is this draw towards one another, this future connection, you know. And if you look at all three of these cards, we got the Two of Cups, the Neon Awakening, and the Ten of Cups, and it's all this couples energy, but they're both wildly painted with all of this beauty and, I don't know, just happy celebration. Like it's interesting because the figures are rather shadowed, but all this bright paint like paints all the possibilities of where you could potentially go in this connection. Let's move on to the Major Arcana card deck that I have. Forgetting his name at the moment, but I will link it below. Let's see what other overarching energies we have coming from Spirit. Give me some insight on the collective's specific person and what they're feeling. Oh, we got the Strength card in reverse. It's a really interesting energy. I feel like there is, for some of you that are in no communication, there's such a level of strength that you're having to have through this, of coming from the heart space, of really, really going within. You know, I'm seeing the yin yang symbol on here on both sides of this, like, and the infinity symbol. Like, this is in a divinely guided, wow, excuse me, I can't speak. Divinely guided, integrated connection. you know, you guys are that intrinsic energy to one another. But this being in reverse, it's kind of a reflection or a mirror to self of what parts of you are you not fully nurturing and fully awakening into your reality. So taking that time to look into the mirror, to reflect, to understand what it is that is unhealed in you that is being triggered through this relationship. And when you do take that time, you'll begin to see the energy shifting around you, and even your specific person's energy drawing in towards you even more heavily, stronger. You got the sun card. I love that. The sun over the moon. So illumination of these false ideas, these false words that you're speaking in your mind. There is truly a connection here, undoubtedly. And that's all about to be illuminated. I love this energy actually over the moon and the high priestess. You know, like all the secrets will come to light. The truth will be exposed once you give into this strength card and really introspect, really look at yourself and what those triggers are about your other person and the silence that are bringing up for you. Understanding what those are become your superpower. So whether or not it's you know, this person specifically or somebody else, you come first, right? Interesting. Then we have the Beware card right over the Eight of Swords, which is all about that mental prison and being very conscious about your intention with your twin flame. So being very aware, again, because it's in reverse, this Be Aware card, or Beware rather, over the Eight of Swords, being very conscious of the words that you speak in your mind. Your thoughts become your reality. Those are the seeds that you plant. So being very conscious of how you speak about yourself, most importantly, and this connection, because your intention is everything. The intention is everything. Roses have thorns for protection, but they're a thing of beauty. You have to handle them very carefully, very delicately and responsibly, but they're also such a form of love and intention and beauty and grace. Being very conscious of those mental daggers that you are saying within yourself or to others. Yeah, your intention right over that twin flame card. So again, being very clear in your own mind, first and foremost, of how you want to move forward, how you choose to, what is the word? How you choose to, I'm seeing, interesting. So I'm seeing the Fool card right now in my mind is what they're showing me. So being very conscious about the next step that you take, having a jovial sense about it. However, you know, take a novice approach to the new beginning that could potentially come with this Chariot card, with this forward motion and this Ten of Cups. So having that conscious awareness. What else, Spirit? What else do we have for the collective and their specific person? Well, there we go. We got the Fool card. So Spirit just spoke and showed it to me, and now here we go in the physical form. So bringing in those transformations of thought and turning them into your reality. We've also got the snake on this card, which snakes represent transformation, the shedding of old skins, you know, being able to move fluidly through your thoughts, stopping and smelling the flowers, appreciating the beauty in life, you know, taking those pause moments of where it is that, you know, you really want to focus your energy and focusing on those moment to moment, just beautiful things that occur in life are so important. And will begin to shift your internal dialogue as well, because you begin to appreciate those moments a lot more. Let's get some hidden truth oracle. If this person could say something to you, what does their specific person want to say? And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment. It really helps me on this channel to grow and to connect to your energy even deeper. So the more you're involved, the more that these general readings become a little bit more specifically energetically towards you. And I really, really appreciate you guys showing up. If you want a personal reading, my website is linked down below, scalesofthesoul.com. And yeah, would love to sit with you and read further. You came closer than anyone if this person wanted to say something to you. So you guys do share this very, very deeply rooted divine connection. I think the closeness that you did have with this person almost scared them because it was so deep, and you came closer to their vulnerability, to their heart space than just about anyone ever has. And I think that that probably scared them. And they also may have gone into this moon, this illusory sort of thoughts of, you know, not being sure whether or not, you know, it's not being sure whether or not I'm being shown a heart in a cage, and whether or not, but it's illuminated. It's like you illuminated their heart in this cage. And they want to keep it so protected. However, they want to share that illumination with you because you're the one that helps light it up. You're the one that helps heal them. And that's what happens in divine connections. You know, you have these counterparts and these deeply spiritual connections with people in your life, not by chance, but by fate. There's a reason why these soul ties and these soul connections come into your reality. And it's so that the two of you can teach each other, so that the two of you can reflect into that mirror and understand where some of their deep wounds may be and how to heal them. You teach each other how to heal those wounds. So what else, Spirit? What do we have here? Starting to understand our connection. Interesting. So they are coming around. They are very aware of the depth of it. And it's probably, you know, maybe they're not as keenly aware of spirituality as maybe you are if you're here watching. I think that most that are drawn to tarot and the esoteric are relatively connected to the other dimensions and spirituality and external influences that aren't of the material plane. So I think that your specific person is really starting to understand that this is something of a higher power. This is divinely guided. This is a very, very deeply rooted connection that you guys do share. Anything else, Spirit? Does the specific person have anything else to say for the collective? I'd like to get some clarity on this beware and intention. Those mental seeds, you got to be very conscious of them. I'm not available. Interesting. So for me, what I'm picking up here and what I'm gathering is that it's almost like they have put themselves in a mental prison as well. And almost a self-sabotage type of energy I'm gathering. This beware card is really standing out to me with this. Like, I'm not available because they're understanding the depth of this connection, but they're questioning it. They're questioning it, and they're in their mind, and they're very introspective. They're really trying to, like, Spirit showing me literally like in science class when you would dissect something. Like, I'm literally seeing a full dissection happening right now. But it's almost like they're showing me like the genetic codes, and this person is looking at everything with a very, very fine microscope. So they're very, they're very introspective right now. You know, they're very pulled back in their own analytical thoughts, whereas I feel like I'm picking up very divine feminine energy being in her emotional state, and her meaning just divine feminine. It's not a construct of any words. Just divine feminine, wow, I cannot speak today. Maybe they're stuttering and not being able to like conjure up the words, and that's what the unavailability is. Like, I'm having trouble getting certain words out right now. Like my tongue, I'm tongue tied almost. It's like they're not available to really fully speak their truth is what I'm gathering. Not being able to like yeah, to conjure up the words in which they're able to express really truly how they're feeling in this and wanting to come forth with the right intention. And that's partially why they are holding back in their actual vocalization to you. This person loves you. They have major love for you. Next to this Fool card, the Chariot, and the 10 of Cups we got right here. This is a new beginning. They want a new beginning with you. They want to start fresh. They want it to be this fool's journey, right? They want to take that leap of faith. But there is this fear. There is this fear that is holding them back. Very interesting. All right. Let's I'm gonna get one more deck and close out from this one. Let's go here to the Starseed. Get a couple of oracle cards for you guys. So how can the collective connect deeper to their specific person and sort of open up this heart space to where their specific person can feel like they can come forward? We got 16:16 on the clock right now. Interesting. All right, Spirit, show me. Interesting. So we got two right here. We got called, and you're not for everyone. Full gifts and training. It's time. It's time to step up. It's time to really be in your power to answer to your true highest calling. And I think for some, you've probably questioned your true north for a little while. You're not for everybody. Embrace your weirdness. Be unique. Be who you are. Screw anybody's judgments or the mental judgments that you've given yourself over really pointing towards your highest calling, pointing towards what it is that you truly desire. Maybe it's a little obscure. Maybe it's a tarot reading, you know, maybe it's being connected to your highest form of spirituality, and that may not look like the standard construct of what most people around you aim for, but that's your superpower. That's what makes you unique. So answering the calling of who you are, and the more you step into your power and the more that you are focused on your path, the more you draw in and magnetize those like energies. You know, it's that law of attraction. The more you vibrate at a certain level, the more people around you begin to, or maybe not people around you, but the more the energies around you rather begin to shift in your favor. So stand in your weirdness. I like being weird. I don't like being, you know, part of the standard crowd that everybody else is. Stand out, be unique, be who you are. That is your superpower. And by doing so, you will draw in your person even more. What else do we have here, Spirit? Yeah, I just want to say thanks, guys. This is actually my first recording on YouTube. I've been toying with this thought for a very long time. I've done personal readings for, gosh, a couple of decades now. But I've been toying with this idea for quite some time. So maybe a little bit of these cards are calling me out right now. You know, I'm calling myself out, Spirit. Thank you. So thank you guys for being here. Welcome to the journey. I hope you enjoy this ride with me. And I hope we create a beautiful community here where people feel safe and feel like they can talk about these hard spiritual awakenings that we're all going through. Because here we go. We got cracked open. Let's crack it open, you guys. You know, surrender to the alchemy of life. Trusting in the journey. Trusting in that you are divinely guided, that what is meant for you will always find you, and that you're on the trajectory that you're meant to be on. So, Spirit's calling me out on these cards too. I appreciate all the support that you guys are sharing with me. I know I've only got a few people right now, but I hope to grow this channel, and I really just hope to continue to spread this love and insight, and by doing so, becoming that electric web helping people, becoming kindness is contagious, you guys. So keep spreading kindness, do something kind for a stranger today. Just be a good human in the midst of all the chaos that surrounds us in modern society. It costs nothing to just be kind, and you never know how much that may shift somebody else's reality. So be that person that makes an impact in somebody else's life. Lost lands. Interesting. So soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So you've been here before. You've been down this road. You've been down this path. This being over, again, the twin flame card, Neon Awakening, and the Eight of Swords. Trust in the journey. Trust in your guidance. Trust in your intuition. Everything is aligned. Everything is laid out for you exactly how it's supposed to be, and you got to trust it. You've been here before. You've chosen this soul contract. You've chosen to learn these lessons in this lifetime. You signed up for this. You wanted to evolve and become the highest form of soul that you can. So trust in the journey, trust in the path. There are no wrong turns. Everything happens for a reason. I don't believe in coincidence. You can choose to look at things with the perspective of it being a detriment or being a blessing. So every experience that may be challenging, look at it and ask what the gift was in it. And I guarantee, no matter how tragic and horrible or how beautiful and amazing it was, there's a gift in every aspect of life. The challenges especially show us the most of ourselves and where we need to heal. Ooh. Wow. Boundaries, the weight of the world. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. So letting go, again, like letting go of old thought patterns, old karmas, old energies, feeling weightless, this weightlessness. Look at her. She's just floating in this like sea of beautiful electricity. I don't even know. The ethereal realm. Just like this card just makes me feel weightless, and allow yourself to just float free, surrender to the old thoughts. They don't serve you. Be in your highest form, be in your truth. And again, the more that you're in your truth, the more that you begin to attract and magnetize those energies around you that are worthy of your energy. The more you choose to do the work for yourself, the more you will find those like-minded, the like-minded soul tribe that's meant to find you and support you and help you through this. All right, let's finish with a couple of archetype cards. Sorry, dropping things over here. Let's light a little bit of sage for you guys. Let's clear it out a little bit. Get that energy going. Get that clarity. Cleansing out the old paradigms. Let's bring in some new energies. What archetypes does the collective choose to walk forward with? Wow, that was a lot. Well, you know what? I'm going to take this top one. We got the heart. Again, leading with your heart. Leading with your heart. Gnosis. I mean, the heart is the truth. Did you know that our physical body has the capability to process, I believe it's somewhere around 60 million bits per second of energy, of feeling, and that begins in the heart space. So whereas our mind is only capable of around, I could be totally screwing up these numbers. Maybe you know better than me. Leave it in the comment section below if you do. But I believe the mind only has the capability to process about 60 bits per second of information. So our body is our first responder. Our body is immediately going to tell us how we are feeling. It is our guide, our true north, being over that true north card. The heart's always going to tell you the truth. And the minute that we get in our ego mind, the mind begins to tell us the stories, right? So that's your intuition. Your heart is the immediate response to something. So lead with your heart, lead with how you feel. before the logical mind gets involved and starts storytelling and creating that false evidence appearing real, correct? And then we have gnosis, and gnosis is all about knowledge. It's about that divine downloading, trusting the signs and synchronicities of the universe, becoming consciously aware of your surroundings. And the more you tune in and hone in on these energies of the universe, it's always guiding us. You can choose to pretend to ignore the synchronicities, but they can get pretty loud sometimes. And the more you ignore them, the more they're just going to keep repeating and keep showing up for you. So choosing to really have that, bird's eye view, and being able to also hone in and tune into the vibrations and energies around you and how you really feel in this heart space. I don't know, like seeing like braided weed, or I don't know, flowers growing out of here. It's like this great harvesting time for your heart space. Maybe something having to do with the water for some of you. Water represents emotion. Maybe go visit the water, get in a little rowboat or kayak and go kayak about. I'm also seeing, two people in this, and we got two little people in the little rowboat hanging out, just, enjoying life over here, looking like they're at, the sunset together, just really tapping in on this harvest. I'm also seeing two rings right here. So for some of you, there could be a union coming in pretty fast. There could even be possible engagements. There could be commitments. There could be, forward motion as far as the connection goes between you. And I'm also seeing this bird's really standing out for me in the Gnosis card. Birds are messengers. Birds are messengers from the higher realms. So pay attention if birds show up in your world in a very specific way. I work very closely with raven energy and hawks, but ravens specifically, they are the messengers. They connect the spirit realm with the physical. So pay attention. Maybe there's even songbirds. Doves as well are very, very prevalent in my practice. Doves are all about love and union and bringing a sign of peace. Then we have Eros. Interesting. So Eros is a little bit about, that bow chicka bow wow energy. I'm actually going to read from the book for this one because I'm feeling called to. I really love how Kim Krans breaks down these cards. If you don't have her decks, they're incredible. Some of my favorite to work with. They just give you such great insight into just so many different aspects of spirituality, energy, feelings. They're just beautiful cards. So Eros, love as desire. I'm going to hold this up for you guys if you want to take a screenshot of it or take a screenshot and read it later. But here you go. Snap that one. Love as desire, eroticism, sensuality. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. That goes back to those mental seeds, to really being consciously aware of what you're choosing to focus on, what energies you're choosing to nurture, and to what intentions you're setting forth, what you're putting out in the world. What do you desire? What do we long for? What are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Again, that goes back to that internal mindset of like pulling away and being unsure of how to trust and not let the illusion of thought run your life, and curate your reality. Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being. Nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive are separate from. we are separate from, rather. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Again, the reflection, 3003 on the clock. The reflection, we're a mirror. We're a mirror in these divine counterpart connections. Where was I? Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart. And remember, though the way is circuitous, great word, you are always being led towards its center. Here we go back to that heart center, right? So it can be this knowledge and all of this circulatory thinking. But that's all mind to me. That's all like the chaos mind of just like constantly in these thoughts and becoming that prisoner to this wheel spinning in your mind. But tap into your heart. Quite literally, pause right now. Take a moment. Put your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath. And connect to your heart space. Breathing in that connectedness to yourself. And on your exhale, releasing any thoughts, energies, stresses that don't serve you in your highest good. And take a couple of deep breaths into that heart space. Center yourself. You know, when we slow down our breathing, we actually stimulate the vagus nerve, which is part of the parasympathetic nervous system. And by doing so, slowing down your breathing, it triggers that limbic system, which helps regulate cortisol and stress and triggers of anxiety. So anytime you're feeling a sense of overwhelm and this chaotic circular mind thinking about what ifs and what's going on with your significant person, return to breath. Put your hand over your heart. Take a pause. Slow down your breathing. And release yourself from the chaos. What else do we have on this one? Plato reminds us that eros can be experienced as platonic love. It is activated when we witness beauty and truth in the world, when our own barriers soften. So remembering to love yourself first, remembering to be kind to yourself, remembering to have that compassionate heart that you probably so willingly give to others, to give that to yourself. What else we got here? When light, passion, playfulness, sexual health. When dark, madness, projection, and obsession. Go deeper. Look up the Love Sonnet 11 by Pablo Neruda or Basket of Figs by Ellen Bass. Bass, one or the other. Interesting. So that is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves here. I hope to continue to grow this channel and create this community with all of you. I really, really appreciate you showing up and being here. Let me know what you thought. Leave some comments below. Remember to return to that heart space. Get some love in there. Enjoy yourselves. Have a beautiful month of July, and I'll see you soon. Bye.